In a recent interview, Marvel Studios president says that streaming is 100% the future and something you can't get in movies. And people are actually disagreeing with him, trying to prove him wrong. Oh, this is going to be a fun one. Okay, so in a recent interview with Emmy, Kevin Feige said, and I quote, "Streaming is 100% the future and where consumers want to watch things, and hopefully they'll want to watch our long-form narrative series, and experiences like WandaVision is something you can't get in the movie. You go to the movies for things you can't get on streaming, and you go to the streaming for things you can't get in a theater. And of course everything in a theater goes to streaming eventually." So he is 100% right. The type of stories they're going to be telling across 6 to 8 to 12 hours in these Disney Plus MCU shows, they cannot be done in a movie. The times have changed. Everything has changed. Movies are going to become the big blockbuster showcases, and there's going to be fewer of them because more things will be going to streaming. We've seen this with the Disney investors call recently. How much they revealed. There is a bigger slate of streaming than the live action counterparts, whether it comes to Star Wars or Marvel. Everybody is going to start moving this way because this is the future. Now, I've seen people argue against this, and these people, quite honestly, are naive. This same argument was had in the early 2000s, where Xbox Live was announced and people just said, that's never gonna work. Who would want to go online and start gaming from a console when I can just take my console or do split screen? Who does split screen anymore? Do games even offer split screen? I honestly don't know anymore. Maybe fighting games, you still play it on a couch, right? Everything else, people like to go online. In 2005, when just the idea of streaming like Netflix was brought up, everybody laughed at it saying, that's never gonna work. We all buy DVDs, that's not convenient. People laughed at the idea of downloading full games. Do you get what I'm saying? It's changing. How people consume media is changing. Look at Mandalorian. Just look at that. Look at how good that looks and sounds. It's a full, big-budget Star Wars project that you get to enjoy week to week for 8 weeks. As he says, there's still certain things that work better in a theater, but eventually goes to streaming. Yes, your Avengers films, they're going to theaters. They're making billions of dollars. But guess what? The sequel to Blade might become a series, or it might just be a one and done, right? Like, we don't know. We just don't know how they're going to treat it. But things like Moon Knight, that's going to be your big budget TV series. Miss Marvel, Falcon and Winter Soldier. That's the future because it opens you up to more storytelling. Comics have always been episodic. That's where they're moving with the TV series based on that. And then you have your mega event crossover. That's the theatrical release.